Hey everybody, welcome to Madbird Plays the Banner Saga, episode 13, which is a good number considering that we have no supplies and we have been thrust out of the safety of the Einartoft, the Val sort of capital city. And we broke a centuries-old Val human alliance, and I got nearly everybody in my party killed, so 13 is very possibly going to live up to, and we're up to day 113, oh god. Let's just get this over with then. Oh god, people are dying. People are going to just keep dying, I'm assuming, until we run out of people to die. Can't we just... There must be food on these trees, please. Can we not just... scavenge? Scavenge! A trail of blood leads to a clearing where you find a large wounded Val. He is gnawing on his shield, swearing at no one in particular, and occasionally slamming his cudgel on the ground. If not for the heavy bleeding, you'd leave this one alone without a second thought. We're not leaving food, we don't have any medicine. We can help if you want it. Try to have your healers tend to his wounds. Two women cautiously step towards the giant with a few poultices. As one gently locates the bleeding wound, the Val's eyes widen and he slams it to the ground. He manages to kill the other healer with his weapon before your warriors cut him down. The others say nothing as you wordlessly return to the caravan. Well, shit. Yeah, this is definitely episode 13. Oh dear god. Very poor morale. I could very much imagine this... I can imagine this Let's Play ending in this episode. While walking, the words of a mother's song reach you. It's soothing, nuanced, and about your current journey. When she finishes, a man begins a tale of his own in verse. The woman quickly responds with another poem, and the entire caravan slows to listen to the entertaining competition. Keep an ear out for danger. The laughter and cheers continue behind you as you put some space between to remain undistracted. The male contestant soon admits defeat, and the clansmen quickly march on, thankful for the light-hearted distraction. Okay, back up to weak morale. Please. Fucking... trees! There's gotta be some sort of berries or something. It appears that large figures following from the direction of Einartoft. Oddleaf watches intently before finally saying, "They have a cart, I can hear it." You slow to get a better view and spy a small caravan of Val. Eventually they catch up. Ruben. Greetings, Ivor. It's been quite a while since we talked, hasn't it? I know you, Ruben. Never imagined you to be one to defy the king. What made you leave? Someone had to. What do you mean? Belor is heading this way. Already? How is that possible? A group of Val from Wormtoe showed up around the back of Einartoft, the long way. Belor and his army chased them across the summer path, they said. Past Wormtoe? That doesn't make sense. Belor was at the bridge. He must have doubled back after that serpent appeared. While we fought on the bridge, he led half his forces around to approach Einartoft from behind. The attack on the bridge was a feint? Don't let anyone tell you the Dredge aren't clever. Einartoft will fall within a day. Maybe not. He's following you. I thought one of you might know why. You exchange glances, but nobody speaks up. Must be me then, says Ivor. Is there something I don't know? It's quite a grudge he's holding if he's coming for you, Ivor. It doesn't matter. Our only chance is to get to Sigrholm. Juno will know what to do. Well, we'll join you. I bring supplies and oh, thank God. I bring supplies and warriors, and my friend Gunnulf here bears a heavy sword. I believe he'd be happy to swing it for you. 5 days of supplies. Well, it's better than nothing. That'll last us a couple more days of not starving to death, but everyone's very unhappy. 117, yay! The caravan stops at a split in the road. Ahead, up the path leading to Sigrholm veers off into the hills, which are now swimming with familiar black shapes. Dredge that way too, grimaces Eyvind. The summer path leads straight to Sigrholm, while taking the main road will add several days. They're every way by now, replies Ubin. I suggest we go around, past Halkstorp. Send scouts to see how dangerous the summer path looks. Start cutting a path through the dredge, go around past Halkstorp. Well, Halkstorp sounds like a town, and a town might have fucking supplies to buy, so we're gonna go past Halkstorp. I hate to say it, you tell Eyvind, but I'm not willing to walk into swarms of dredge anymore. Juno will have to wait. You turn toward the long round. You turn toward the long round around Harpscorp instead. Some of the English in this game is questionable, to say the least. Oh god. I'm gonna have to do it. If I fuck this up, I'm gonna have to do another Let's Play of it. Come on, just 2 more days, I think that's the town. Come on, come on. A flurry of snowfall seems to come out of nowhere and quickly thickens until you're unable to see the man in front of you. You shout out a complete halt, but the screaming winds drown out the sound. A day passes before the blizzard abates and the clansmen start to reappear from the snowdrifts. It quickly becomes apparent that not everybody is where you last saw them, and a quick search of the area is not enough to recover all the missing clansmen. Well, let's search for them, we don't want to lose any more people. It takes time to establish proper search teams, but you devise a way to quickly cover as much ground as possible. After a full day of searching, you find many survivors, but your successes are dampened by the number of frozen bodies and others who have simply vanished. Disheartened, you return to travel. Move faster! Town! Move! Oh. Okay. Market, oh thank god. You enter a village of miners who want to know what has been happening recently between the rumblings of the quake and the sightings of dredge in the distance. As you look around, you see a lot of elderly and children, and you know these people will only be more mouths to feed. Let them make their own decisions. You welcome anyone who wishes to join the caravan. Many do, while others choose to stay in their homes and see things through. You wish them luck. Okay, we are buying a ton of supplies. 11 days, that's the most I can buy, really? Or is it just that they've gotten really expensive now? Okay. You don't talk much, do you? We're talking to Gunnulf now. You approach the massive green-clad Varl who is sitting quietly by himself eating bread. So, just wanted to know anyone who can cleave dredge in two like that a little better. I'm Rook. What to know? Ubin asked me to chop a dredge in two, I chop him. You trouble with Ubin for long? Yes, long time. When I was young, I fought for other Varl. It did not work out. But I learned to swing a sword. Ubin pays well, gives me plenty of things to kill. To be honest, maybe too many things these days. You like that sword, huh? No, I love this sword. Given to me by old Sigrholm himself. When I start working for Ubin, he says, I protect the king's collection. I protect the king. Gunnulf makes an expression somewhere between pain and frustration. I couldn't save it, though. He makes a hand motion, like an object falling from a tall height and exploding. Mattered a lot at the time. I think it doesn't matter now. Sigrholm is dead, anyway. I'll let you finish your meal. Want to be friends with Gunnulf, Rock? He pops the last chunk of bread in his mouth. Keep food in the cart. Fair enough, okay. How is everybody? Well, everyone's alive, that's something. Akil's actually pretty badass, I'm gonna keep him. Krumur can fuck off. Ivar's really badass, we know that. Let's go through our promotions as well. I can't afford to promote everyone. I'll promote Akil because he's level 1, so he's cheap. And he's badass. What was Akil's thing? He was... he's got shield wall and knocked back. Okay, so we want more strength, and we'll stick another one in exertion. Ivar can get to level 4, which I can't afford. I'm sure Alette could be promoted, or Leaf, or any of these guys. Let's have a look. Yeah, she can be promoted, that costs 10, which I might do. Oops. Oddleaf can be promoted, that costs 5. Ivor, of course. Let's promote Alette, because I use her quite often. What's she got? She's puncture. By standing still, the archer is able to line up a shot that takes advantage of an enemy's missing armor. For every 2 points of armor her target is lost, the archer gains 1 additional strength. I need to remember that. Gets plenty of... oh, plus 2 armor damage. That's nice. And let's give her a bit more armor. Protect herself a bit more. And that's pretty much all I can do. Let's get rid of Hogan. Get Akil back. Get rid of Krumur. And let's get Avin back. Oh, Trigvy's pretty badass. We'll get rid of Oddleaf and get Avin back, because Avin's fucking badass. Okay. Oh, I had items as well. Sorry, this is incredibly exciting for you to watch. What's this? Plus 2 armor break. Let's give that to a... no, Akil won't be doing much armor breaking. What's that do? Strength deflected, +2 drawing aggro. Do I want Avon drawing aggro? I would like the strength deflected. No, let's not give it to him because I don't want him drawing aggro really. Akil. I know I can promote you. I don't have anything to promote you with. +2 armor break. Yeah, we'll give that to Ivor. Ivor's good. Okay. Can't afford any more. Let's rest a couple of days, see if we can get our morale up a little bit. Yep, no, I did not mean to open the map. Sorry, I'm not entirely with it at the moment, as you can probably tell. We're down here. So where are we heading? We're heading to there's Hulkstorp. We're heading down to Sigrholm, which is down here. And she was going to be... She was up here at Ridgehorn, and she was going to make her way to the Red River and follow that presumably all the way down here to Sigrholm. So that's the summer path. They must have come... The dredge came all the way down here and got Einartoft in the arse. That's a dick move. Mark it. Bye-bye. No, okay, I only have 8 days worth. Let's go. Got normal morale. That's going to have to be good enough. Weak morale, actually. Even better. Look at that! Shouts one of your clansmen. The caravan stops to watch dredge pooling into the village you just passed through. I hope anyone who stayed behind got out alive, says Alette, but you have your doubts. They're coming, says Ivor, pointing out a line of dredge leaving the village and marching towards you. As you watch, the dredge in front falls over, and the one behind it falls out as well. You hear a twang to your left. Nid, the archery student of Oddleaves, who you recall deftly shooting a snow rabbit, is firing arrows down the hill. Another dredge topples. That's incredible, says Oddleaf, squinting. But we should get out of here. Odd's very odd. Hold on, let her do a few more. The next shot bounces off a dredge's armor, but the one after that doesn't. The Colossus falls to a knee. Another dredge goes down before you start moving again. Why don't you come along the next time you want to try out that bow, you tell Nid, who nods with a smile on her face. Yeah, she's badass. She's like Legolas, except not, what's the name? Orlando Bloom. And not being Orlando Bloom can only be a good thing. A well-tended farm with plenty of livestock draws the caravan's attention. Upon your arrival, the farmer and his workers stand defensively within plain sight, crude weapons at the ready. Their crossed arms make their thoughts clear without a word. Offer some kind of trade for the livestock. No big surprise you'd be interested in the animals more interested in the animals than me and mine, he says and spits. The answer's no, and I'll have these men watching you, so none of my livestock just happen to follow you away. Leave the farmer and livestock alone. What's his is his, you say to the caravan. No sense fighting those trying to protect themselves. Grumbling bounces around through the clansmen, but the caravan once again is moving. We aren't petty bandits. I will not allow any amount of horror and tragedy to turn us into petty bandits. There's a godstone. Everyone's upset again. Get a good screenshot of that. Okay, so you might not believe it, but I actually fucked up something and accidentally stopped my video recording. I think it was when I was when we were up at the Godstone. I was trying to take a screenshot because it was pretty, and accidentally hit F11 instead, which is my Fraps record key. And yeah, I didn't notice for about 10 minutes. So I'm actually gonna metagame it a little bit here because last time we got to here, and I decided to check it out. In the distance, Hulkstorp smolders like an old campfire. Even from here, you can see black figures shambling through it. That looks like a dead town, remarks Ivor, confirming your impressions. There's usually surprises. Surprises? There are surprises, but there are also usually survivors, Oddleaf reminds you. And last time I picked check it out, just in case, and got absolutely reamed by a bunch of really, really strong dredge. So this time I'm going to use my intuition and say, there's no time, keep moving. We've had enough problems for one lifetime, you say. We don't need to go looking for them. Probably the better decision, replies Ivor. Sorry, people of Hulkstorp, if there were any of you there and not just all those dredge that murdered me last time. But yeah, you didn't really miss much. It was pretty much just travelling down the road. The caravan consists of more clansmen than you ever expected. Accusations of stolen chickens, missing heirlooms, and concerns over daughters' virtues are the sorts of things you hear relentlessly. Even fighters complain of spreading too thin to protect everyone. Form a council to handle these problems. You select a few older members to solve everyday issues, but infighting neuters their progress. Other members feel they could do a better job. Ultimately, while it buys some time, the council dissolves, tired of thankless and demanding work. Well, everyone's already upset, so they can't get more upset. Which I guess is the upside. Another godstone. The godstone of Ingrid. Ingrid? Ingrid. The godstone of Ingrid. Not racist at all. The godstone for Ingrid, goddess of knowledge, looks on as the caravan takes a much-needed rest. Iva shoos some children away from a solitary dredge slinger laying dead beneath the stone. Should we be worried about that, you ask Iva, pointing to the dredge body. I don't think so, he replies. Still, couldn't hurt to have a few guards look around. Hours pass without warning. Inspect the godstone. Ingrid's godstone is carved with ancient runes which don't make much sense to you, though Avon tells you some of the menders have deciphered them. It's how the menders learned the language of the gods. Past the largest stone is a series of slabs containing more writing all the way down the hill. The odd thing, he tells you, is that the writing occasionally changes depending on who is reading it. Usually it describes the history of the gods, but it can be about nearly any topic. Sadly, Avon doesn't know how to read it himself. How to read it himself. Juno could, he says. Pack up and move on. As you're readying to depart, you hear screams from near the main godstone. The same boys so curious about the dead dredge before are shrieking and pointing. For a moment you think it must not have been dead, but then you see that they have opened a wrapping that was in the dredge's hands. Wait, says Iva, his arm across your chest. This shouldn't be seen. Get everyone away. A chill sweeps across you. Alette pushes forward and gasps. Stop, shouts Iva, but the curious onlookers have already seen it. Leave it, says Iva. On the ground before the dead slinger is a small stony figure, its hands searching for something it can't find. That's a baby. That dredge is a woman? We've been killing women. We've been slaughtering women and children this whole time, leaving them to die. In a war, it's only the males who fight. We've been fighting these dredges the whole way. Why are the women with children on their backs attacking us? They're not invading, they're running. Everyone stops dead in their tracks. The entire caravan is gathered around aghast. When I spoke to Juno, she told me something was coming. She didn't know what. A darkness. Something black is covering the world, and the dredge are running from it, just as we're running from them. The serpent, the quake, it's all the beginning of the end. Ivy, you knew? Why? Why didn't you say something? Iva? When I was young, I killed one of the Sundur during the Second Great War. We called it Rays. Every time we would build our defences, it would flatten them and push us back again. I became separated from the rest of the Val and stumbled upon Rays deep in a snowstorm, alone. She was nursing. I threw my axe. It twisted in the wind. Her son died in her arms. She was so pathetic, kneeling in the snow. She didn't even try to stop me when I took her head. That's how I killed the Sundur. And when I found my way to Grofheim, the Val wanted to make me Kendur, next to be king. I left, walked until I ended up in Skogur. There, no one knew what I had done. The only sound is the wind blowing through the trees. For a long time, nobody says a thing, until a child breaks the silence. What do we do with the baby, she asks. A lump forms in your throat, looking at the small obsidian figure squirming before you. Let's take it with the caravan. I'm totally seeing this as being like the Jurassic Park 3 thing, where Billy takes one of the raptor eggs and the raptors just hunt them down, but then we can scream at them using like a little cooler thing, and we can put the baby on the ground and we can walk away, and the dredge will take the baby and they'll leave, and then they'll never bother us again. Because then Ellie will appear with the National Guard. You argue strongly for showing mercy and humanity. Some of the women in the caravan hesitantly agree to take in the dredge infant, while others are furious about bringing it along. Not long afterward, one of the women comes to you. Its swaddling was being held by this, she says, giving you a hairpin that looks distinctively undredge-like. An inscription on the silver almost slips your notice. Persevere. From the goddess herself, if you ask me, the woman tells you. Gained item, Vadrun silver brooch. Oh shit, that got weird. So the dredge are, like, biological. I thought, like, they're not just stone golem things. Which is what I assumed they were. You're making the usual rounds when you hear a rather loud debate coming from the area that Val have gathered. Ivor joins you as you approach. We're nearly out of food again. Krumur. Ubin, you'd rather be known for falling asleep and dying in a corner of a meat house than battling a sundur? No, I'd rather be known for not dying. Don't even know what you're worried about. I did this 100 times in the Great Wars. Take some warriors, plough headfirst into the dredge. They follow you into the hills, get lost, now they're not following you. When you did this 100 times, did they have Bellower leading them? Have you never heard about the time I hit Bellower in the head with a throwing axe? Both Val halt their debate when they suddenly notice you watching. They stop on my account. What's this about? Careful, my friend. A lot of old history getting thrown around here. The warriors were just noting that there's a damn good number of dredge on our asses. Bellower pulling up the rear. This one thinks he can wander up there and throw them off our tracks. How about some gratitude? Thought you'd be happy to finally be oldest Val in the land, Ubin. I'm never happy to lose more Val, Krumur. Besides, I'm not convinced that you're really older than me. Old rivalry you got there. Nobody's going anywhere. Ha, that might work in either, little one. I'm not asking for your blessing. In the old days, I would be halfway to the battlefield by now. Speaking of which, you coming in, Var? You could ask Bellower for your arm back. Don't think so. Not exactly in the mood right now. Alright then. I'll tell Haderborg you said hello. Krumur and a good many of Var warriors head out towards the growing army of dredge. Is he going to come back? He always has before. But this time feels different, I fear. Did we just lose 40 Val? Yeah, we did. I've only got... and we're out of supplies. Oh no! We're losing the few Val that we have. Oh god. Harsh words from one mother to another draw the attention of the entire caravan. My daughter marries Ragnar or no one. That reed-thin tramp you call a daughter won't provide sons. The insulted mother bares her teeth, ready to attack. Let the argument play out on its own. Worry on marriage another time? Explain yourselves. Ragnar chooses my daughter on his own, the insulted mother says, but this one thinks I have something to do with it. Launching forward, the first woman flails wildly, shouting, "Liar!" The women are separated and eventually calm down, but you worry that this is far from over. Women, am I right? I'm joking, please don't unsub. Oh god. Gather around, doubters, echoes a shout in the distance as Krumur and his band of warriors break through nearby foliage. And behold, the invincible Val! The caravan is thrilled to see Krumur return safely. Did the plan work? Asks Ubin. Work, responds Krumur. Of course it worked. Same old dredge. Should be another day or two at least before they even find their own asses. And if you apologize, I'll tell you how I found these, Krumur says, tossing you a pair of leather gloves that look big enough for a Val. He leans in close, whispering so Ubin can't hear. Had something to do with a raven's nest and a hair tie. Dundur's hand. Oh god, we're so close to Sigrholm. And we actually have some renown to buy fucking supplies.
As Sigrholm approaches, we fear the worst. The once calm lake surrounding it now looks like a bowl that has been flipped. Proud home sinking into muddy water. A side effect of the quake. What has the rest of the world become on the other side of those mountains?
Oh man, yeah. Sigrholm got fucked up. At least the dredge aren't here yet, I guess. One catastrophe to another, says Oddleaf, as you pull into Sigrholm. The town appears to be sinking into the lake. Townspeople peek from dark windows and makeshift hovels further up the hill. No, says Avin, looking frantic. Where is she? He runs up to the front of the caravan, looking out over the water. Juno isn't here, and you get the creeping feeling you're not welcome either. Going up the river looks out of the question. The beach is bare, aside from the occasional skeleton of a ruined fishing boat. You reluctantly set up camp in the sinking town. All I'm saying is, how long are you willing to wait? While taking stock of the caravan, you inadvertently walked into a debate between Oddleif and Eyvind. As long as we need to. And I think we need to get out of here. I don't feel good about this place. Why? What's wrong? Something doesn't feel right. The people here are staring at us like those vultures in the wastes. I'm sorry, Eyvind. I think Oddleif is right. I saw a man. The whole time we were setting up, he was just watching me. In a creepy way. And how long before the dredge find us here? Juno will come. Just give it a little more time. Rook, listen to me. I need you to trust me on this. Oh, people want to speak to me. Well, let's buy some fucking supplies first. $11 days worth, that's better. Let's talk to Eyvind. You're really worried about her, aren't you? What? Oh, Juno. Worried doesn't begin to describe it. If she doesn't find us here, or something has happened to her, are you sure what you saw was real? It could have been a dream, or, I don't know. You were pretty exhausted. I don't know. To be honest, I'm not sure anymore. Everything is a blur. Don't tell the others I said that. I have to hope it wasn't just a dream. What is it like to be a mender? Being a mender? I guess I've never really thought about it like that. It's just part of me. They knew very young that I would join the order. Born into it, you could say. My mother and father, both menders. The guild is for lots of people now. Builders and healers. Do they all pull lightning out of the sky? No, that's not normal. It's one of the reasons I know Juno. She's one of the council. She helps me control things like this, so we don't end up scaring people. How exactly does weaving work, anyway? Well, the hardest part is usually seeing the threads. Everything is part of the tapestry. It's made of threads woven together. If you can see the threads, you can manipulate them. I don't know how to explain it, really. It's like trying to play a harp with invisible strings. Look at my staff, for example. Some menders carve intricate patterns into the wood to help them remember the shapes of... like I said, hard to explain. Why is Bellower still following us? I saw Grofheim as it burned. Eyvind gets a faraway look in his eyes. The Sundur blew through it like a tempest. The Val fell in the thousands. Most of the Sundur left the city and headed south. Who knows where they are now? They might be destroying every town they come to, or heading towards Aberrang. Bell Tower stayed in Grofheim, just for the sport of it, I think. As we fled to Einartoft, I thought he must want to wipe the Val off the map completely, but then he came after us. Maybe he knew Ivor was the one who killed Reyes. Maybe, but let's just make sure he doesn't catch up. Do you think this is the end times? The end times? I don't know what to think. I wish I could give you a better answer. Even if we escape the dredge, that serpent said darkness was covering the world. I don't know how long that will take, or what it means even. I'm just trying to solve one problem at a time. The Menders are in Aberrang. If we can find ships and make it to the capital, we might have a chance. I won't take any more time. No, it's okay, Rook. I appreciate the talk. It's good to stay grounded. I spend all day worrying about serpents or Sundur. I think a lot of people are intimidated, or scared maybe, of me. Don't worry, it's nothing new. I'm used to it. Maybe sometime we can talk about things that won't include the world ending. That would be nice, Eyvind. I think we need to talk to Nid as well. Yeah, so we'll do that. I don't know if we've ever spoken. I'm Nid. You're Rook, I know. We've actually been travelling together for a long time. Isn't it strange that you can be so close to people and not know them? Every day I pass people I swear I've never seen before. I wanted to thank you for letting me join you. Have you always been such a good shot? Honestly, I never even tried before Oddleif made me. I spent my whole life making clothes, cleaning. Oddleif's good, but I don't think it was all her doing. It feels right. I just look where I want it to go. Anyway, I feel better. The caravan, the people worrying all day and making problems. Sometimes they really stew in their misery. I'm glad I can do something helpful. Where are you from? I don't think you're from Skogur. I knew most of the people there. No, I had a house in Frostvalur, but we were driven out when the dredge started to show up. My husband died trying to protect our home. My sons and I were thrown out into the fields. I'm sorry. Akil's men killed my husband, and now Akil is travelling with us. For a long time I was angry. Why did he get to live? Why did you decide for the rest of us? You look away momentarily, not sure what to say. But I've let it go. I have 3 sons, and I don't want them to grow up with hatred in their hearts. That's why I wanted to thank you. You're welcome. I should be going. Don't think anything of it. We all have our own problems to deal with. Let me know if you need me to put an arrow in something. She returns to her tent where her boys are waiting for her. That sounds like it could mean something different. Rest, heroes, market, leave. Let's have a quick look at our heroes. Yeah. Everyone's healed up. That's the important thing. Okay. I think that'll be it for this episode, guys. Sorry about the technical issues. You didn't really miss much. Just me flailing and getting everybody killed, which I conveniently avoided the second time around. So I will see you in the next episode of Madbird Plays the Banner Saga. I hope you're enjoying the series, and I'll see you next time. Bye.